taking on the Houston Texans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Texans at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep is DJ Chark. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stroud sets up the play action. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. Because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This a 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here is 3rd down and 4. And Stroud now to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back in.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Stroud now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Touchdown, Texans! Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rodgers now on first down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of a yard. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stroud. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2. So I would agree with you totally on that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion left is Wilson. Now Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. On 1st down, Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Stroud's throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Here's Stroud. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Rodgers to throw once more. Throw right side, Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 37-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the 1 play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Rodgers now on first down.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The end result, 21 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Mixon.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete.
Touchdown!
Nico Collins.
29 yards.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be.
And now here's another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And my goodness, another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 63, Jets 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe... And now here's another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Again, it's Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a really nice 15-yard.
Yeah. Back on my way.